Alright, y'all, I'm back for Love and Hip Hop New York Season 7, Episode 11. For some reason, I'm having a hard time uploading The Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I might have to wait until I get to Maryland or whatever to try to upload the video again, because it's just taking a long time. Like, the connection, I guess, today is acting slow for some reason, and I'm getting annoyed. So yeah, I guess you guys probably won't get these videos until tomorrow. But before I start, I want to shout out Dominique Lewis. His Instagram page is the, with 2 underscores, Dom, D-O-M, 2 underscores again, effect, or whatever. He is an artist. He does drawings and everything, real nice drawings and stuff. I'm not sure if he does paintings too, but for what I see right now, he does drawings and stuff like that. And he asked me to shout his page out, so I told him that I would do that. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check him out. And I'm gonna actually, whenever I get this video uploaded, I'm gonna try to link his Instagram page to you guys, so you guys can go and follow him. And I can't shout him out without shouting my girl, my home girl, Akila, out as well. She is an artist. She does drawings, she does paintings, she does paintings for sale or whatever. So you guys make sure you go follow her Instagram page at __ Rose Soul. And like I said, I will also link her page as well and everything. I be having people in my mind that I be wanting to shout out all the time, and then when I start doing these reviews, I completely forget. So yeah, wanted to shout them two out or whatever. I will link their Instagram pages in the description box whenever I get this video up. But anyways, yeah, so let's get started. I want to talk about Pap and Remy first, because their storyline was so sad, and I don't want to end this video on a sad note. So we didn't start it off with them, but they meet for dinner and everything. Remy, she has a gift for him or whatever, and she's like, do you love me and everything, and da da da. He was like, I love you this much, I love you this, I love you a lot, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And she opens up the box. She had this big ass box. She opens up the box, and this box full of balloons, saying that she's pregnant or something like that. He flips the table over in excitement and hugs her, and is holding her and everything. And she's like, babe, you didn't even read the card. You know what I'm saying? And it was nice to see him overjoyed, about that or whatever, because we know he been wanting this baby for the longest or whatever. But then, at the end of the episode, and I had already, heard about it on social media or whatever, about her being in the hospital and everything, and everything that happened, and it's just really sad. So she's in the at the end of the episode, we see her in the hospital or whatever, and she had some kind of pregnancy or whatever. I can't remember the name of it, but pretty much the baby was forming inside of the fallopian tube or whatever. So pretty much they can't save the baby. And then on top of that, the doctor told her that she won't be able to naturally have kids anymore. And just to see her just, so hurt by that, and, Pap having to, hold himself and hold his emotions to be there for her, I really felt bad for them. You guys know I love Remy and Pap or whatever, so to see that, to see it for myself, I really felt bad for her. I teared up and everything, felt bad for the both of them, and something else was going on too that she was talking about, and he's trying to console her and tell her not to worry about it, and she's like, no, I don't want to hear none of that, I don't want to hear none of that. When sometimes people tell you something is going to be okay, and at that moment you don't be wanting to hear that shit, because you just be wanting to know, why did this have to happen to me and everything. You know what I'm saying? And Pap tells her, at the end of the day, even if we can't have kids together, we still have each other. And I definitely salute Pap a lot. You know what I'm saying? He really is a good man, definitely from what we see. And I'm definitely praying for them, and I hope that that they will somehow be able to still have a kid, through other ways. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff out here nowadays, so I'm hoping that they'll still be able to have a kid eventually. Anyway, so moving on from that, yeah, I really didn't want to end this video on on a sad note. So, let's talk about Cardi. So, you know, pretty much Tommy broke up with her in the letter. You know, she hadn't seen him in the last 8 months and everything, and she's just, you know, she saw it coming, but she's just so heartbroken over it. Hennessy comes over to console her and everything, yada yada yada. So later on in the episode, you know, we see her talking to her manager and the rest of her crew about, you know, the stuff that she has to do that's up and coming for her. You know, the manager apparently invited that boy Swift that we got introduced to earlier in the season. You know, that whole situation, that controversy that, you know, he had with his girlfriend and Cardi or whatever. And, you know, they leave the room so Swift and Cardi can talk alone. You know, he's pretty much been focused on himself, and, you know, they're pretty much catching up, and she's telling him how stressed out she is about Tommy and how she's been depressed, and, you know, he's giving her some sound advice, and he's sitting up here talking about I know how much Cardi loved Tommy and how much Tommy loved Cardi and everything. I'm like, but nigga, you kissed her. But okay, you know, whatever, you know. So pretty much she invites him to, you know, her family dinner because her family adores Swift and everything, yada yada yada. So next thing you know, they're at the restaurant or whatever, and, you know, the family is asking him what is his goals with Cardi and all this other stuff, and, you know, she's telling them like she's not trying to mix business with pleasure and all this other stuff. The family is kind of pressuring her. You know, Hennessy goes over to talk to him and everything and tells him, you know, she's single, so you better get her while she is, and all this other stuff. So moving on from that, because I ain't really care about that too much. But but in reference to, you know, Cardi, you know, being depressed and everything, you know, I you know, empathize with her and everything, you know, because being in that business is not easy. We see it time and time again with a lot of, you know, celebrities and everything. It's not easy, you know. You be happy about, you know, making it and everything, but sometimes the fame can, you know, be a lot to deal with, and, you know, being away from the people that you know actually give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that it comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? But I hope that, you know, she continues to work through that and, you know, continue to do her thing, because I do like her music, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, so moving on from that, we back with the Peter and the Tara bullshit, episode 11, and we back with this bullshit. Okay, so, you know, pretty much Amina, she's in labor or whatever. She moved to LA to start over. They're not really in a good place right now, but, you know, he's excited about having another baby. And he's sitting up here saying, you know, it's like having the first baby all over again every time he has a kid. I'm like, hopefully this is your 10th and last one, okay? Like, you got too many fucking kids and struggling to take care of them. But anyway, so moving on from that, we get Self. He's, you know, with Noriega and you know, Lil Durk or whatever, at the radio station, and he's talking. He keeps on taking credit for Cardi's career and all this other stuff, and I'm about sick. I'm with everybody else. I'm about sick of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't help her for real. She had to keep on. Last season, she had to keep on chasing you down about helping her get put on. So, like, fuck out of here. But anyways, he meets with Peter and Rich outside the radio station. They talk about Peter's new baby, and, you know, they ask about Amina, and he's like, you know, she wants to start over in LA, and, you know, actually how he wants to start over with Tara. And I had the same look on my face that Rich and Self had, like, is this nigga serious right now? You know what I'm saying? And Self is like, do you want to be with Tara because Amina left and everything? Now, Peter claims that, you know, he had a revelation. You know what I'm saying? He been doing a lot of soul searching since, you know, Amina left and everything. And I'm just like, okay, Peter. You know, and he's saying he loves Tara or whatever, this, that, and the third. You know, he's still going to be there for Amina because they have a kid together, but his heart is with Tara. Self is like, look, this is the same road that Peter, this seemed like the same road that Peter went down last year. I said, yes, self. You making some sense on some shit. You know what I'm saying? But because I agree with him on that. But anyway, so he wants to have a birthday bash for her, and he wants to invite Cisco. Self like, hold up, I don't know if I'm gonna be there for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Self is reminding him about the stuff that he did, that Cisco did to all them and everything. And Peter, you know, he feels like that they should talk or whatever. Ooh, excuse me, they need to do something because I'm over this bullshit. You know what I mean? But you know, Peter, you know, he's like that. He don't think that Cisco would have held the 10 G's from him if he had it on him and everything, this, that, and the third. And yeah, that pretty much was that conversation. So then later on in the episode, we get Tara and Peter. You know, he's meeting with her, you know, to see his baby boy Gunner that he had with her or whatever. And you know, Tara's sitting up here claiming how, you know, she's moving on and how she wrote a book. I don't remember the name of the book. I think it's supposed to be something dealing with some type of relationship advice. I said, this bitch is the last motherfucker that needs to be trying to give any kind of relationship advice. As dumb as she was, and probably still is for Peter at the age that she is. Girl, she'd be the last person I take relationship advice from. Like, honestly, like. But anyways, so pretty much he's saying, you know, it's over with him and Amina or whatever, and how he wants to start over with them. And you know, Tara's like, you know, she don't feel like him challenging her on, you know, on this today, and you know, everything that she's trying to, you know, work towards, you know, with him to come at her with the same old bullshit or whatever, this, that, and the third. And pretty much he's trying to right his wrongs or whatever. And you know, she's like, it's zero trust there, and that she's tired. And you know, she you know, she's like that he embarrassed her and, you know, caused her a lot of hurt and pain. And you know, he's seen these tears before and all this other stuff. He's seen this face, and he continues to lie. And but at the same time, Tara, you allowed yourself to continue to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point you should have just been like, you know, fuck it, I'm you know, you allowed yourself to continue to go through that. And she pretty much doesn't want to be on the roller coaster ride with him anymore, but he'll do whatever it takes to convince her. So whatever. Moving on from that, we get Tara's birthday bash. Peter flew her brother in or whatever. Rich and Cisco, they're there. He's making a public apology for everything that he done or whatever, and how he still loves her. I'm like, didn't Kirk do the same shit? Kirk from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta do the same shit for Rashida? Make a public apology, and now for what I'm hearing, I heard this rumor a few months back, but now I guess because you know, soon enough Love and Hip Hop New York is gonna be in it, and we're gonna be right back to Atlanta. So you know, they really trying to come out with, you know, the storylines and what's going on with, you know, these cast members now. You know how they do these reality shows. But Kirk allegedly got a baby out there with some other chick or whatever outside of his marriage with Rashida. I was just like, well, I mean, I don't know if they doing the shit for a storyline or if it's true, but I mean, you know, whatever. But we'll talk about that when that show comes on. But anyway, so yeah, Tara, she's, you know, touched by it and everything, touched by what Peter is saying, claims that this is the Peter she wants to rebuild a friendship with. I'm like, yeah, okay, fuck out of here. Peter has a conversation with Tara's brother or whatever. The brother was way too calm for me. I said, I know you and Peter done had plenty of conversations, you know, beforehand or whatever, for, you know, you to be this calm at this point with whatever the fuck he got to say. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm pretty sure you done heard all this shit before. The brother is like, you know, there's a lot of animosity there with the family and everything, and you know, you doing this to your, you know, your boy's mother, and they're seeing that, and you know, seeing this, how you're treating their mom and everything, and you know, he believes in second chances. I said, with Tara, Peter is probably about on his 100th chance, if not even further, to Talking about a fucking second chance. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Oh my god, I don't know what is up with these damn brothers on these damn reality shows, because y'all know how I was with Don on Black Ink Crew Chicago with Don, I mean not Don, Ashley's brother, in reference to Don and shit. Like, oh my god, my brother would never, he would never. Anyways, is that it with them? Okay, yeah, so let's start it from the beginning with this bullshit with Yandy and the gang. You know what I'm saying? We get the continuation of that. You know, it picked up right where it left off last week with that shit. Erica is pretty much like, Yandy don't never want to listen to what nobody got to say and everything. That nobody wants Mendeecees. That her and Samantha had him prior to her and everything. Samantha talks to Yandy about lying about the marriage or whatever. Yandy insists on continuing to lie, and it's like, why lie when they gonna find out about it any fucking way? You know what I'm saying? But you know, so she lies about it, and I mean, and the simple fact is, yeah, you got the man. So I mean, regardless of whether y'all legally married or not, why continue to lie? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so you know, Samantha, she's over it, you know what I'm saying? And Samantha, you know, because, you know, they bring up Lil Mendeecees' birthday or whatever. Samantha would like all of them to be there or whatever. And, you know, Yandy is like that, and that big Mendeecees is like that, you know, he wants her to plan it and everything. And Samantha is like, no, I'm not with that shit. I'm planning my son's birthday party. Yandy said, let me rephrase that. He wants us both to plan, and he'll pay for it. And Samantha is like, you know, now I'm good with that. I like the way you said that shit, because what you said the first time was some bullshit. Judy, she just, you know, throwing her 2 cents in about how she just don't want no drama. This, that, and third. Judy, you full of shit, and I don't like you. And I think I made that clear last season that I ain't like your ass. Because it's like, I mean, I'm kind of with everybody else. I feel like she do play both sides of the fence and everything, but whatever. Moving on from that, we get Yandy and Kimbella. So, you know, Yandy gets a text from Yandy gets a text from Juelz or whatever, and, you know, Kimbella, she's like, is he my boob today? Or, you know, some shit like that she was saying. And she's sitting up here talking about something, she feels neglected by the music. Yandy, she's over it already. She's like, you know, Kim, give him a break. You know what I'm saying? He's just getting back out there, getting back on his feet. You know, Yandy is like, you know, he's even in the basement that y'all built in y'all house or whatever. So what is the problem? You know what I'm saying? And Kimbella is like, you know, yeah, but he's in the basement all the time, and, you know, like, I'm just not feeling that. And, you know, Yandy is like, let me tell you something. Old Juelz would have been in Miami for 3 to 6 months at a time, in the studio 2 to 3 nights and everything, this, that, and the third. And, you know, Yandy is like that Juelz has done everything under the motherfucking sun to show Kimbella that he's changed. And, you know, Kim is like, you know, but I miss him, and, you know, I don't know anything about his music or whatever, and pretty much wants Yandy to fill her in about what the fuck is going on, because she's his manager. Yandy is like, see, this is where you get shit confused, Kimbella, with that personal and business shit. You know, Juelz is my client, so this is, you know, confidentiality shit. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with Yandy. You can't expect her to sit up here and tell you what the fuck is going on with him music-wise, just because you with him, you fucking this nigga. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is her job. And Kim, she's like, you know, I understand that and everything, but, you know, Yandy is fronting right now. And, you know, Kim is like, you know, I understand what you're saying and everything, but every time I ask you and you don't tell me, it's gonna be a problem. Like, I'm his wife. I said, another motherfucker on here claiming that they're the wife to somebody that they're not legally married to. But anyway, so Yandy is like, don't make me choose between our friendship and my job. Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? So real quick, Juju, she meets up with Yandy or whatever. They're working out and everything. She's telling them about Samantha and Erica, and how Erica made a fake page to try to sabotage Yandy and Mendeecees. I guess Mendeecees, you know, grabbed Erica's phone and, you know, saw, you know, I'm like, for one, why do he got Erica's phone in his possession any fucking way? But okay, you know, so she gonna sit up here and lie to what's the girl, to Juju or whatever, about what happened between her and Samantha. Gonna sit up here and try to say that, you know, because she was, you know, telling about how, you know, Samantha called her a bitch or whatever, and how she went crazy on Samantha, and that Samantha tried to run. I said, this bitch is lying. That is not how the fucking happen, Yandy. You always come with somebody to be your bodyguard, and then on top of that, you already have security in the motherfucking room. So it's like, Samantha won't scare to you. Like, yeah, you did try to reach out at her, but I'm pretty sure if security was not there, Samantha would have fucked your ass up. Yeah, Samantha won't really doing too much or whatever, but I feel like Samantha was not doing too much because she already knew what the outcome was going to be. She already knew that security was there and everything. So what's the point of her, you know, trying to, you know, reach back out at her or whatever, this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? It's like, Yandy, you need to really cut the bullshit for real. You sitting here trying to front for Juju or whatever. And so then she tells Juju about, you know, Kim and everything, you know, Kimbella or whatever, and the situation with Juelz. And Juju, she's even like that shit is unacceptable and it's not cool. You don't mix business with friendship, and, you know, that she doing too much. And Juju is like that she's planning a trip to Mexico and that she's going to invite Jay, Kimbella and everything. And Juju says that she's going to talk to Kimbella before, you know, they go on this trip. So, the last thing is Yandy and Juelz. They meet up and everything. Juelz already got an attitude. Yandy, you know, talks to him about Kim and everything, and he said, see, that I already knew this is some shit I was not going to want to talk about. You know, Juelz is like, you know, I don't know what the fuck the problem is. I got a studio in the house, and, you know, Juelz is like, I've been showing her, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and third. And, you know, he mad that, you know, Kim would even go to, you know, Yandy about their problems and everything. And, you know, the last time he put out an album, he only had one kid. Now he has 4 of them to feed and everything, and he don't know how he's getting paid because the game done changed so much. And pretty much, you know, Yandy is like, you know, you haven't given me no product or whatever. And, you know, Juelz is like, ain't nobody getting the product until I find out how I'm getting paid from this shit. Like, y'all got me fucked up and everything. You know what I'm saying? Now, that pretty much was the end of that pretty much was it with the episode or whatever. As far as Kimbella is concerned, like, girl, I mean, like I said before, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's showing, yeah, he fucked up in the past or whatever, but at least he's making the effort to show you now that he is changing everything, and you just not cutting him no slack whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you felt like you couldn't forgive him, you chose to stay with him after he did all the shit that he did. So if you felt like you couldn't forgive him, you should have just been done with the relationship and just, you know, co-parented. You know what I'm saying? But that was the episode, y'all. Y'all, you know, let me know how y'all feel about it. Like I said, you guys might get this shit tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do Black Ink Crew New York because I am gonna be leaving to go out of town soon. I don't even know. I might have to just jump in on episode 3. If I don't, you know, do the review while I'm up there, I definitely would do the review on that when I come back. But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.